Yeah, there is a cooldown because then you can get the cooldown with the
Right.
global.
Hey,
Good
look
stuff.
out.
Yeah, 1 of the 20 is cooldown, I'm pretty sure, and you just never get that either.
All right, so at 10, he gets 16 damage or 200 health.
Those
Pretty
are
good
fine.
talents.
Those are good double
200 is
talents.
nice.
15 is minus 40-second cooldown.
Oh, that's the cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at 15.
That's
And
okay.
alternative is 0.4-second homing missile stun duration.
That's pretty bad.
0.4?
0.4. Yeah, and this
I
is a
think
carry.
you probably get the cooldown then, but
Yeah.
even then you don't feel good about getting...
Just you farm with it, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't help you be a carry.
20 is 16 rocket barrage damage.
Right.
Or 30 movement speed.
Again, it's like you're getting a talent to buff up your nuke, which is only good in the early game, as a
Yes.
carry. Like,
Yeah,
these
I think
talents-
everyone takes 30 movement speed. And then the 25s you already mentioned, global cooldown
Right.
at 3 homing missile charges.
Worst talents in Dota 2, I think. I can't
Rough
think of
stuff.
any hero who comes close.
Yeah, they're pretty garbage.
This is we've had a draft in the meantime.
We have. Had a few
Where
heroes
I just
pop
had
up.
I like playing Gyro, and I get angry every time I play.
Every time you hit you get that extra
Yeah.
sound effect that
Right.
you get a talent, you're like, oh boy, and you're like, wait, I'm playing Gyro. I don't care about any of this.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got some heroes. So yeah, IO Gyro, this is the first time that Among Us have been playing Gyrocopter. So clear strategy in mind with the IO, obviously. Not the most popular combo these days, but still a tried and tested duo. And then Earth Spirit and Queen of Pain to follow up. Meanwhile, for TNC, as we saw earlier, the Phoenix and the Mars, and now a Grimstroke to follow it up.
I think you just try and get like tanky right now as the rest of TNC's heroes, and like there's going to be a damage drop off at a certain point, and you just get BKBs and you just win. Yeah, they just get a Spectre. So like just get tanky, and they're going to run out of damage, I think, on Among Us. If you can get big enough. I love Grimstroke as a hero. It's really cool against IO Gyro too.
No, yeah.
But I feel like this hero is underpicked right now. I think Grimstroke's really good.
TNC Predators turn to ban.
Do you think there's any possibility that this IO tries to gear up for the attacking who your tether target attacks kind of build? Because, you know, Gyrocopter, one of the few heroes that you could take advantage of that with an IO if you've got like a Deso or something like that.
That comes, I guess, just too late though in the
It's
game.
true.
Probably.
Yeah.
I assume this is a
I
support
yeah,
IO.
I guess that's the question I'm leading towards. Is there any chance
Yeah.
this is a core IO? And I guess it's like a support quap.
I think it's. I guess support Quap it would make sense. I don't think it makes
Right.
sense if Quap and IO are both cores.
Right.
I think you can't do it with the Earth Spirit in the game, though, probably.
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
10 seconds.
So then I guess that means that we're looking for an offlaner for Among Us, and for TNC, likely looking for a mid laner? Yeah, it'll
They-
be a
they're
Void Spirit.
It is last pick for Among Us, so I think this Quap could be an offlaner. That's like a Quap Earth Spirit lane sounds decent.
Versus Spectre.
Yeah. The 3-position Quap is, I think, something Cuckoo's kind of done in the past as well.
10 seconds
I don't really
remaining.
like the Void Spirit pick. I kind of want something like a DK or some
5
other big
seconds remaining.
Armel hero that can just like get healed up. And
Someone needs to do something on the map, though. Like, I understand what you were saying with just getting tanky all beyond all recognition, but like,
right.
during 15 to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, someone needs to do something on the map. You
That's
can't
the
all just
Mars.
like...
Get in there with Mars.
Well, that's why I think Mars' responsibility should have been to tank up, build aura items, maybe even
guess.
build some initiation capabilities.
So you don't go blink on Mars, then you take other stuff instead.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll see. Could be down. It's at least like a playable matchup against the Quap. You can just dissimulate when the dagger comes out and stuff.
Yeah, I think the Void Spirit offers quite a bit as far as getting the backlines as well. Combine them with the Spectre. Like, this IO is going to have a pretty tough game against Void Spirit and Spectre.
Yeah.
Physical damage from one, magic from the other. Not easy or fun. They might... And then against the Quap, you've got the Yules plus Remnant kind of combo for some lockdown and control, so...
So they need an offlaner now, and
Doom's banned out, Underlord's banned out, Sand King's banned out.
you could go Darkseer maybe. That could be an answer here.
You love some Darkseer. When was the last time you saw Darkseer, though?
It was like a week ago or something. It wasn't great.
What region?
I don't remember. They all
I
blend
think
together.
you're making stuff up.
They all blend
I have
together.
not seen Darkseer in quite a
It
while.
was China. It was
Okay.
Darkseer Clockwork with the Snapfire mid. That was
Oh, Snapfire.
yeah.
Okay, so who's the 3 position? Is it going to be
Hey,
Quap?
Quap.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yep,
Cuckoo,
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo Quap. That's
Oh, that's a classic.
That is a classic, actually.
This was my favorite hero that I watched when we played mid. It was like my absolute favorite thing was seeing a Cuckoo Queen of Pain, because it perfectly embodies his play style of just min max to the fullest.
Let's see what he can get away with. We're going to jump to a quick break, but when we return, we shall begin TNC versus Among Us game number 1. We are back. Game number 1, TNC Predator versus Among Us. This is the banner match of the day, possibly of the tournament, and hopefully it delivers, because we've been having a lot of 2-0s.
Oh my god.
Good luck, have fun, Febby.
Well, so they said good luck, have fun to March, and then good luck, have fun to Febby afterwards. Some good stuff. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's all happening. Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Can we actually go? Yeah, can we get a
It's
scroll
getting
up here? Can we take it from
spicy
the
in
top
here.
here, Aosin, please? I'm curious what all we missed here.
Fake news.
Yeah, good luck, have fun, Febby. Fake news. Stop giving to fake news, people.
Wow.
Lol, good luck. Yeah, you kicked yourself, not us.
Damn.
30 seconds to battle.
Are you
Meow.
hitting Roche? Wait, what?
March didn't respond to it as well.
I mean,
Wow.
March is a high road kind of guy, Doesn't. Oh my god, he was hitting Roche.
How did they do it?
Map hacks.
There's a lot of alt chatting going on right now. This
I
is
love
great.
it. I love it.
So I think that that's all in good fun. Obviously, there's no real anger here.
Of course.
They all love each other. I think they're all still friends and buddy.
The battle begins.
Or they're not. Make up your own minds. I love that Cuckoo's still tagged up as Geek Fam.
I don't even know if you can change the tags right now, because they're again, they're no official roster locks, so
Right.
there's nothing to lock into. They should just make your guilds be your clan tag.
I like that. So Zephyr, to me, has been one of the more recent standouts out of like the Southeast Asia region. I think this guy's been getting a lot better. He's been around the scene, I think, for a bit, but recently he's been really showing up. So definitely somebody to watch in this one. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of players to watch, Abed versus Armel in the mid lane. Two of the standout SCA mid laners.
And both on heroes with like so much potential.
Yes. These are the two players who are going to set the whole tempo for this game. Right. Like, you kind of know what to expect from Spectre and Gyro as far as, hitting some creeps, trying to get as much farm as possible, but watching this mid lane and the root control that can come out and the plays that they will make.
Dude, what's happening right now?
I don't know. March is starting to participate.
Okay. Didn't turn it off, VPN. Great. Amazing.
Don't act like you know us.
Oh, no.
Gabby and Armel
March
both had the
beat
exact
us.
same thought.
Oh,
They're like, you think you
no.
know us so well.
Oh, dude, even the admin's getting in on it. I like it.
So good.
Why so hostile?
Jeez. Your anger's just Oh no. Unbelievable.
I'll be
Oh,
honest.
man.
I can't tell if it's satire or not at this point. It's too difficult.
That's a good point. I don't know. I think it's fine. You guys ever miss your
Poor KP.
Oh, wow.
He's just caught in the middle. His parents divorced. He doesn't know who to live with.
Dude, this is amazing.
This is amazing. I love this.
Jeez. Who's X? Can you drop name? Please don't drop name. Please. People are insane. Good old March, though. It's interesting, too, because I feel like a lot of TNC are sort of on the youngerish side.
Mm-hmm.
So there's, like, kind of, I don't know, it's like March sort of... I felt like
Respect your elders.
he felt like sort of like he inhabited the like fear spot for Southeast Asia, kind of.
The mushy spot for
The
Southeast Asia.
Mushi, yeah, exactly. I was trying to make the corollary over to like NA and how people interact with him, but I guess it's the same type of thing with Mushi as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mushi kind of, whenever I think about him, it sort of was like there was like a reverence about him from other Southeast Asia players. That's kind of what I felt like the connection was.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Fear, it felt like everybody was kind of just, he was one of the guys with the rest of the teammate.
Oh,
and
I
that's
see.
what it feels like with March. Kind
Yeah,
of.
I think Fear's a good kind of parallel to make with what kind of how March has fit into many of the teams he was on in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Such like a older veteran player over there. And it's weird because like these TNC players and the core like 3 or 4 players in the team who have stuck together, it's like they've been around a while now, but I still like consider them to be like these young kind of star players.
Sure.
Like Gabby and Armel, I think they're still probably only fairly early 20s, if that. But they have a ton of international experience, a ton of international success as well.
Totally. 7 minutes for TNC. Good to know. Hopefully there's no more issues later on down the lines. But yeah, this matchup mid is probably going to be one of the things to watch for. You know, how well do they sort of get out of there? I would be shocked if anybody ends up getting solo killed, but there's a possibility, I guess.
If it happens, who's solo killing who?
Ember kills Void.
We're talking about players, though. Who's the player that's going to get killed by the other one?
Looks like Cuckoo might get killed by Gabby.
Come on, ends up getting the finish there. Very nice.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. That was
Yeah.
nothing fancy to that,
As
really.
soon as I saw that, I was like, why don't I see this more combo more frequently? Because people really loved the Ricky Grimstroke combo for the longest time because of how easy it was to pull off Inkswell. That was a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Which, granted, you're only able to get away with it right now when Quap does not have Blink. But I guess most offlaners, it seems pretty easy to execute.
So I'm gonna say this, that I actually think I'm gonna be contrarian a little bit as Gabby just dies. I'm assuming that was him wanting to die. Maybe he like bought out or something and then is gonna come back in with full HP or something.
Yeah, he didn't lose too much gold, just 30 gold.
Nice. But I think that the way that one of those two players gets a solo kill is by overextending and then the other one outplays them.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. So it feels like it's more likely that Armel would be the one that would get the kill because Ember is the one that's more likely to be able to find a kill attempt.
But Ember's got a Fairy Fire, so the layers of outplay will
Of
continue
course.
to build on each other.
Yeah, like that one guy from the Princess Bride. So it's that thing, you know?
He built up the resistance to Iocan.
Yeah, exactly. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the poison, where
Yeah.
he poisons both of them.
But it was the more like, you know that the poison's there. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right, yeah, exactly.
He's outthinking himself. Well, so far so good for the Mars too. KP's having a good game.
This is a very early point in Bulwark. I wonder why. You mean, you are against 2 ranged heroes, but...
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a KP style. Like, he likes to go for the more kind of
That is for
defensive,
sure.
safe lane. He's not an offlaner who's going to be playing aggressive, looking for the kills as much. Here's the outplay we talked about.
Fairy
Well,
Fire
TP even
burned.
coming in. Tim's going for it,
Oh, he
got
lands
him.
one of them, but I think it's only level 1.
and he
there.
cancelled the dive. Well, he didn't cancel the dive at the right time, I guess.
Meanwhile, Zephyr ends up
Okay.
going down at the bottom. Gabby?
Oh,
Deny?
I don't think he's even going to tick. He's got a tango.
It's
Oh,
going.
whoa. Oh, okay. I thought he had
You
vision
hear
of
it.
the Spectre, and I was like, whoa.
I think Whitemon's actually going to die here with the creep wave, so.
And March ends up getting the pick off on our Mel,
Oh.
just farming away.
Oh, he was going for the 4-minute rune, probably. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That must have
He
been
was getting greedy, trying to get the bottle refill.
Where's the tip? Where's the meditative beeps?
That looks like one of those kills that Spectre and Grimstroke get the kill, but it's not worth it because of how much damage they take. Like,
Yeah.
you miss out on so much farm when you're kind of low health against the Queen of Pain, so you're just kind of sitting back, regenning up.
Well, that's the thing, you know, Cuckoo goes down, but they're keeping Gabby well below the... Well, I guess not well below the gyrocopter, but somewhat below the gyrocopter.
He's got a double ring of regen. It's not too devastating.
But also, that means his net worth has been inflated.
Yeah, but I think this is a typical build these days for Spectres. It was like whenever that Ring of Tarrasque build was super popular,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't really need to buy as many tangos. Whitemon attempts to make a move towards the 5-minute bounty, but gets met by the 2 offlaners.
Easy peasy. Quick and easy kill. That's one of my favorite voice lines for a deny. It's so good.
My favorite is Death Prophet's, no.
Yeah, go with though. Uh-oh. Gabby. A little bit more trouble there. Slowed.
Daggered offensively.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wanted to
yeah.
slow. And it worked.
That's going to keep him alive for now. Still ticking down to that dagger hit, but the right clicks come through onto Whitemon too. And again, it sort of speaks to what you're talking about of, you know, losing out on the kill there.
Yeah.
And bringing us out.
The Spectre Gyro CSs weren't that different, but the Spectre's buying way more regen here. And the net worth difference kind of highlighting that a bit. Whereas Io is just going to provide that kind of endless regen for the Gyro.
True. Ooh.
Not bad. Bottle it up.
Nice. And then able to steal away a bounty rune also there.
Dire's top tower
This
is
offlane
under
Queen of
attack.
Pain's looking kind of okay. I haven't seen much of it recently at all. Have you guys been seeing much offlane Queen of Pain?
Nope. As soon as the Shadow Strike nerf happened, everything
Very
other than
little,
mid lane pretty much fell off from what I saw.
Like Cuckoo's one of the few players I've seen do it here and there. But it's definitely not a common thing. Perhaps it's just an offlaner that's maybe a counter to Spectre. You can just kind of bully the Spectre with the constant dagger spam.
Big swell.
Maybe,
Problem.
yeah.
Gets one kill there onto Zephyr, and actually he was trying to wait for that blink back.
Oh wow, she dies actually because of Void Spirit rotation.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Very well played.
So first mid rotation happens. It's gonna be on the side of Radiant.
Yeah, I feel like I'm surprised someone like Ember doesn't show up there.
Yeah.
He had the regen rune, right? You told me someone was going to suddenly show up then. The Ember theoretically has full health, full mana, and a TP scroll, so you TP and you have a guaranteed kill on Spectre because of Fire Remnants. But Amel making the earlier move and getting rewarded for it.
Very well played. And Abed's just going to keep farming up. That's how he wants to play this game. I guess that is something to be said, is like he can kind of they don't have a ton of lockdown for him in this game outside of like I guess if he gets caught next to somebody with Grim ulti, or if there's like a Void Spirit combo. Meanwhile, all down used, spear back the other way. Gabby making the rotation, the heal coming in, and Abed trying to keep the turnaround going. They bring down one. In Your Dream is gonna live.
Dire's middle tower is
Beautiful
under attack.
performance there.
That was just great timing for Ember. He was already on his way to the top lane, and KP was just like, bro, I'm gonna get an arena off, and Ember's like, perfect. I'm already ready to turn around this gank attempt.
At least Gabby gets back to the bottom side of the map off of the haunt, but
It's a big cooldown though, and it's not like maybe one they are required to be playing around here in the early game, but for Spectre, it's the one time you can kind of contribute.
And oftentimes I feel like Spectres use it as a way to get to another lane. They're like, I want to go to your safe lane now. I don't want to be in my safe lane anymore. I'm going to get a kill and take it over. But she had to come back and deal with Cuckoo's Queen of Pain.
Now, speaking of which, another little pressure forward, eating the dagger, and not necessarily where you would love to be. For poor old
Radiant's
Gabby.
middle tower is under attack.
Anticipating that we're going to see that Blade Mail build, which is pretty nice against like the Queen of Pain, and also the Gyrocopter with all that like just uncontrollable damage that gets thrown out.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see this Gyro really
Dire's
accelerate
top
here.
tower is under
Doesn't
attack.
have the farming item yet, but just with an
Radiant's
IO and
middle
stacks,
tower is under
whereas
attack.
Spectre's going to be kind of jungling, but very slowly. The Spectre's really far behind, doesn't have a lane to farm, so things looking kind of rough for TNC, even though the gold is somewhat even right now.
Dire's top tower is under
Really
attack.
annoying, particularly because like you have to sort of ferry out clarities if you want to keep farming with the dagger and everything. And if you're not farming with dagger, then your jungling is crazy slow. But rotation in, Tim's ends up going down. Everything looking good so far for Among Us.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to deal with this Ember Spirit. Like you said, there's a real minimal lack of lockdown. There's eventually going to be the Yules on the Void Spirit, but that means that he's not going to have the Ags for a while.
Radiant's middle
So
tower
it's
is
your
under
trade-off of a single target disable with the Yules into Remnant versus the AoE silence as Whitemon goes down for trying to get that bot bounty rune.
Now, one by one.
attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
In the meantime, March is going to try and get out of there. Zephyr was over in the area as well. They're just going to go back together with In Your Dream and maybe start to get some pressure on their mid.
Dire's
Or bottom,
top
rather?
tower is under attack.
Gabby.
Radiant's bottom tower
he's gonna be
is
fine
under
again, too.
attack.
Yeah, fine, but also not farming, so not really any easy places on the map for him to go to where he's going
Radiant
to
structures
not get
are
pressured out of the
fortified.
lane. And as you kind of mentioned, Gabe, you don't really want to be jungling as a
Radiant's
Spectre,
bottom
typically.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is, it just doesn't feel very good for
Dire's
TNC
top
right now.
tower has fallen.
TP going up top side now. Geek fan? Not Geek fan.
That was an Earth Spirit ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know who he thought he could kill.
What that magnetize was about.
I don't know. They feel really lost on TNC right now.
Yeah.
And every little bit of time that's spent where they're just farming up this IO
Radiant
gyro
are
is like
scanning.
a really big win for
Dire's
Among
middle
Us.
tower
Yeah, I
is
think they
under
feel
attack.
they're feeling it too. They know their Spectre is not keeping up with Gyro. Gyro's just been off the map farming stacks, so KP smokes up, finds an opening here.
Relocate
Have to take up the
begins.
And
Zoop.
they're out.
Couldn't kill him fast enough.
And they can't stay here either.
Yeah, they're
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Oh,
my goodness. KP
Chain
is the one that
connects.
gets caught. And just like that, they bring him down.
I see the logic behind all of TNC's movements. I think Among Us are just playing really well. Because, like, sure, you should invade that triangle at this stage of the game. You should go to defend that tower. You should find ways to make space for your Spectre, but it's not really happening.
I think the way you make that work when you're playing an Aya Gyro is you have to bring your Void Spirit, though. Because he's the one who can kind of jump and get the IO and stop the relocate from happening, potentially.
Yeah, but he doesn't have an item yet, though. This
Yeah.
Void Spirit still needs, like,
Dire's top tower is under
one
attack.
major item completion before you can actually start to scare any of the supports.
Radiant's bottom tower
Absolutely.
has fallen.
Well, TD there, now picked up for Abed.
Oh, good guy. Abed refills the bottle.
Ruins his own bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, this is weird. It's like it's slow and steady. I mean, I guess at the same time, like Gabby now is gonna have Blade Mail, and they can sort of fight if they want to. I guess it just feels like we've been saying a lot of bad things about TNC, but at least he's gotten the Blade Mail now.
And it's very much a one team fight kind of game for them. Like,
Right.
yeah, that pickoff didn't work, and maybe they're not going to have much happen for them over the next 5 minutes.
Are scanning.
Nice calling blade through.
Oh my God!
Wow. Wow. Still finds him.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, it's Haunt.
And it's a lot of damage.
That's
Haunt
very-
died.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
he-
out of there.
Oh,
Who did
the
he go
relocate.
to? Oh.
Oh my
That's sick.
God.
That was sick.
Oh, that was really cool. I like that a lot.
Oh, man. Well, he gets out. But yeah, it really is just one team fight. That's all you need. And with Mars, Phoenix, Spectre, Haunt, like, they're going to have a very scary team fight if everything suddenly connects and clicks together. The Inkswell stun as well on top of that. We're going to... No, they think better of it.
Dude, let the man finish his Yules. God, he's so close.
Run. That'll be fine.
Yeah. Like, I think around that 20-minute stage, TNC, even if they're down on gold, are just going to be the much scarier lineup.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Again, jump now onto this Phoenix, and looks like they're going to be able to get the kill. I think it's like, again, just talking about how cool that play was by Gabby. He coin blades through the tree, hides off to the side so he doesn't get rolled on, and then as the relocate's coming in, he manages to like outmaneuver them with his Haunt to escape the gank. Like,
Do you think it was intentional Haunt timing?
I mean,
seeing the relocate, knowing he'd have a safe time.
that's what I'm wondering.
Because he didn't pinball around. Some Panic Spectres are just like, oh, I need to find somewhere. But this one was like calculated. He reality'd specifically to either Gyro or Io's illusion, and it seemed very intentional. This is a fat stack.
It's hard to take, though.
He's struggling a little without the Ags, but slow and steady.
And it's going to be the Ags done for him now. And if there is one thing to be said, like, all three of the cores for TNC are all farmed. Just not quite as much as the Ember and the Gyrocopter.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Taking a bit longer to bring down than you'd hope. Fairly tanky boy in their Earth Spirit, but continuing to farm is in your dream, and
Yule's now completed for the Void Spirit. A lot of items completed. Mech completed. Aghanims completed for the Gyrocopter.
It's clean up a Holy Locket afterwards, too. It's pretty nifty. Yeah, the slow and steady decline in terms of net worth and experience in the favor of Among Us. Refill. Drop the arena down, seeing if they can find an opening on a Cuckoo. Sonic Wave is already out there. The Supernova going as well, but it's dead. So they lose 2 onto TNC, but looks like in the end they will manage to take that fight pretty substantially.
yeah, not the simple pick off and get out that TNC were hoping for. They weren't looking for a big team fight with Haunt on cooldown and Void Spirit not around, so. Good response from Among Us.
With how popular Spectre is right now, I think teams having an IO player is so valuable, because oftentimes the advantage that Spectre gets is that she's allowed to be on the complete opposite side of the map and join the fight whenever she wants. But having an IO allows your carry to be able to do the same thing, except probably farm faster than a Spectre because you have an entire other hero helping you out. So it seems like such a good answer to how popular Spectre is these days.
I'm just wondering, like, with how well this game has gone for IO Gyro, will it matter if Spectre is like an item behind just because of how good that hero is right now? You know what I mean? Like, does that make up for it with like Blade Mail and all this stuff? Like the good synergy of being able to be on top of both of them.
I think it can. It will definitely be tested. Here, firstly, with the IO getting picked off, Gyro is now alone. It's no longer an IO Gyro. It's just a poor little Gyro without a BKB, so that's easy pickings. And this time, TNC bring numbers. If you're going to invade the triangle, I think they kind of learned from their previous failures that they need to bring this Void Spirit.
Well,
So he's going to get caught out, though.
He decides to take an alternate path
Yeah.
out of the triangle.
That went from being a really nice invade to kind of a even outcome in the end in some ways.
Yeah. Because they didn't even there were no like stacks remaining in the triangle for TNC to steal anyway, so it's just 2 kills for 1.
I would also just like to point out that this is, as we see the Phoenix go down, one of the games with the best neutral item in the world that you guys put in the D tier list, the Pupil's Gift, excuse me, on the Spectre. Yeah, that's what I was putting on. Aosin was trying to put it somewhere else. Look at that.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's like this is one of those items that just only really works on, I think, the Agi carries. It only feels good on Agi carries who need the mana.
Yeah.
It's definitely good on Spectre.
It's back. Spear is there as well. Big ink swell coming through, but the damage is going to be enough to take down the Mars, and Zephyr is not done. Kicking in for the kill onto Whitemon, his old teammate. Ends up bringing him down again. Among Us just can't be stopped.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Abed is just having a way better game than Armel so far. That's kind of, to me, been the big story. His impact, his rotations, counterplays have just been far superior. To give him, I mean, to kind of, I guess, defend Armel, I think it's a lot easier for Abed when you're playing with the relocate, though, because you're always going to have those other heroes. Anytime you find a pickoff or look to make a play on the map, the relocate gives you these, hey, you can have +2 heroes there.
Right.
It's a lot easier to kind of coordinate your rotations for TNC.
Now trying to get towards that Spear Vessel as quickly as possible.
This Phoenix has not felt very impactful.
Nope.
Definitely.
Saw one supernova and a lot of deaths on the mid lane. Not this time, though.
It feels like TNC haven't really been playing Dota up until this point. That, like, the pressure into the high ground was like that big first moment that I feel like they had, and that's when it looked good for them.
I think it's just because it was the first time it worked. That's what I was saying. Like, I understand the logic behind all their movements, but Among Us were just like outstepping them
Right.
ever so slightly.
Well, and I think it's what Parker said too, of bringing numbers.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, I don't know when the next big spike for TNC will be. I would... Okay, well, Mars got a blink.
They have BKB.
That helps.
Ember. It's scary.
Yeah, but he has this blink, and now Gyro's working to his BKB. Ember got the BKB completed, so I wouldn't even consider this to be a big spike for the Mars, and it's revealed also.
I will say that when TNC get their BKBs, that would probably be another good opportunity for them. I guess it's probably only going to be Mars, though, would be the main person you're looking for there.
Feels like this Gyro BKB timing is just far harder to deal with than anything that TNC have coming up anytime soon.
Nope.
Like the Spectre getting one more big item isn't, I mean, it's definitely what you need, but
Oh, you know what, though? The Blade Mail, actually, jump in, KP, catches the IO. That's a good person to go on right at the start, and a ton of damage coming through, though. And the Sunray doing a good bit of work back the other way. Scabby trying to run away, does manage to dodge out of there. Tim's is going to go down for a second to Zephyr. Actually, it's Gabby that dies instead, and Supernova will eventually go off.
Where are you going to go?
Run away!
everyone's around you.
He's on the run.
Just
Oh,
catch
Voidspurt's
that
being
bird.
chased as well in the river. This is a...
Oh, that's a way more important
Yeah.
kill.
that is. Oh, nice play there with the Remnant, but it's not going to be enough to get him out of this one, I don't think.
Heals.
Tim's. Simply. High ground?
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. Oh, 1 second.
Denied.
Zoop.
Denied.
No. Well, they saw the Gyro BKB. They thought that they had enough damage to be able to burst down the IO before big heals came out. Not the case.
Do they not? They don't have a Spirit Vessel, I'm guessing, because
No.
that would have been a much...
Phoenix.
Oh, they do? 6 charges?
Why
Six
one of those
charges?
charges needed to be on the IO there.
Right.
I think, I mean, you definitely, probably, you kill him there with the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
he did die eventually, but
But
Yeah.
not before the mech came out.
Yeah, he
Right.
Once the mech
killed
came
way
out, the
too
fight
much.
immediately changed, yeah. Wow. That's rough.
well, you know, they got their work cut out for them on TNC, that's for sure. Because Among Us doesn't feel like they've made a wrong step this game, really. They've kind of just been killing it. BKB, I guess, for Phoenix, too, in the next little bit will be pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't really feel like their damage is scaling or getting much scarier. Like, yeah, Spectre can keep tanking up and getting more items, but Spectre and Voidspurt getting more items isn't going to help you burst down this IO, even though you can get to him, as what you saw in the last fight. Like, what happened there is just going to continue to happen, I feel.
I guess Void Spirit's next item completion could be important. Gabby, 6th Sense tingles. Though a little bit too late, I think.
Yeah.
And
Got the homing missile. Is it going to stun in time?
Ah, they got him. Dang. Well, and so what I was about to say before that fight broke out down bottom was like the dispersion thing now means that you can like deal with the gyrocopter kind of, because any magical damage that you do will actually be dealt out even in the duration of the BKB. But the thing that's weird about it is like Blade Mail doesn't work that way
Radiant's
still,
top
so
tower is under
it's
attack.
kind of a funky thing, or it's not actually
Radiant's
as
top
good
tower has
against
fallen.
it. You need like, you still need to get enough damage into that gyrocopter, and really the biggest thing is killing that IO before the heals come out.
Yeah, I think you're kind of gonna
Radiant's
try and
top
dismiss
tower
this
is
gyro
under
as much as
attack.
possible. He's not like threatening lethal damage.
Yeah.
The IO is the much bigger problem, and well, maybe not surprised, but the gyro going for the defensive satanic option, I feel is maybe a little on the conservative side.
I think they're thinking about high ground siege. Like if the IO and the gyro have to stay super close even when he's high ground sieging, then it could be very stressful. But if he can kind of stay a little bit further away and focus more on a relocate save, then let him satanic and just face tank the tower.
Yeah, you almost don't want the IO tethering gyro
Exactly.
until it's
Desperate,
necessary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why it's going to be nice to have those 6 Spirit Vessel charges on the Phoenix too, though, right? Like you can try and bring them down, and before the
Radiant
or like
are
before IO
scanning.
gets in there, you can get that onto him, and then there won't be as big of a heal. Just spamming out the Spirit Vessels. And got high grounds.
Nice smoke pop.
Going in. Chase down. Zephyr caught right at the start. And can they bring down the IO? The heal came out in time, and he's not dying. And the rest of Radiant is going to end up dying if they're not careful. Run away, Tim's, to oblivion.
Will he supernova?
Well, he's thinking about it.
Yeah, that's a
He will not.
I mean, that was a big team fight with ultis being used. I guess Tim's just doesn't feel like he can egg because they're going to kill it so easily with a BKB
Yeah.
gyro.
Exactly.
So the end result is they can't get an egg off, and March able to survive through everything once again.
Because the arena provides no protection now, because gyro will just walk through the arena all the way to the egg.
True. You need to like put it right on that edge.
Yeah,
of
on
it.
like the border of it.
Yeah. But like you said, he's not even using it. But I think that it's like they just don't have enough of that burst damage right now to kill March before the mech comes out. And
Yeah.
once that happens, it's like it's all over.
Oh, this timing.
Poor guy.
Respect the attempt.
Well, you get the Aegis on 2 in your dream, and Armel is going to go down. Abed finds the kill.
I don't know if that play was necessary.
This
I thought it was cute, of course, but I don't think they're at that stage of the game where you need to do that. Especially for Void Spirit, who's so far behind. He's going to go for second item BKB after this Yules, which means he still won't have the Aghanim Scepter, which means that this IO still does not have to be worried about any real burst damage coming
my
in.
God. Abed
Gives
do you
up.
know? No.
He's got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger specters to kill. Gabby Dunzo. To me, this feels like 2 different tiers of teams right now. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's just the draft, but holy crap.
Well, they killed Io. How did they kill Io?
I don't know, man.
That's strange.
Was it a relocate back? That must have been what it was.
Oh, yes. That makes sense.
I don't know. Do you guys think it's just a draft issue, or what's going on here?
Among Us ate their Wheaties this morning, I guess.
Yeah?
They're just playing really well.
Yeah, I think it's very much a play thing, because I think, TNC's draft to me is fine. Perhaps they weren't expecting the Spectre to have such a rough start in lane with the offlane Queen of Pain, but, you know, if anything, the enemy having an offlane Queen of Pain is usually something where it's like, okay, I'll draft, we've got a way better team fight. Like, you should feel like your opponent's draft has weaknesses when there's an offlane co-op. I mean, Cuckoo hasn't had a massive impact on the mid game. He's still getting good Sonic waves off here and there, but to me the biggest thing he did was just put Spectre off to a slow start.
And I guess that it's not like they were hiding the IO gyro at the early stages either. So like,
Yeah. And it's you've definitely played against an IO gyro at some point in Pro Dota, so it's
Right.
not an unfamiliar combo either.
Will the IO carry the repair kit?
I did see that.
Oh,
Quap is still
bro.
hanging onto the Keen Optic, which I respect.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the rare heroes that you'll carry the repair kit on.
we were having this conversation with
Okay, so
the Observer about how this is good.
I want to see his regen. He's at 20.7 regen right now.
Asen,
And
can you move the repair
he'll
kit
be at
into his
he'll be
inventory,
at
please?
45.
Thank you. Good try.
He'll be
Appreciate
at
it.
45.7 HP regen. That is obscene.
Not quite hit there on the Remnant. And roll through. Skewer back. Okay.
Nice.
Nice combo. There's the pickoff.
Okay. Big
Okay.
outplay.
Still 17k net worth deficit to overcome.
Even a master falters. What a great line. Yeah, 45.7. Jeez.
Which lines do you like being spammed more? The self-deprecating lines or the smug "I outplayed you" lines? I honestly find the self-deprecating ones funnier. Like even a master falters.
Yeah.
Or a lot of supports have like the disruptors like they're trying to kill me.
Yeah, exactly.
I think funnier, but they're like it doesn't really feel like I like the
It's
trash
not a
talk
flex.
ones. Are
The
just,
trash talk,
yeah.
yeah, like the Phantom Lance are such simple minds.
Yeah.
That one's a great one.
The problem is they get spammed so often that they lose their power,
Sure.
right? It needs to be like a very specific thing
Yeah.
that you've done that like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to find those, though.
Dyer's
Nice
middle
takeaway
tower
there.
has fallen.
The ones where you flame your teammates are good too.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Right. The like Wraith King has some good ones.
Yes.
I'll carry my weak and puny allies.
Yes, that's right.
So one of my favorite is to play Underlord, and then whenever like I miss a CS, just curses, curses. That's great.
Relocate.
Go.
Chase, jump onto all of them, and well, hey, there's a lot of
They don't want to
particles.
fight. Oh, they do.
Whoa, whoa!
Gabby's in.
Sunray does a ton of damage there. Chase forward, but the BKB's out now, and it's all over.
Oh, we got the egg
Supernova,
off.
okay.
They
On
got-
the high ground. Is it gonna go up? Oh, it doesn't
they,
quite.
They got the Yules, but it was too late.
And now Abed is finally in the fight.
Chase down. Armel makes it happen, but the stun is out. And godlike in your dream.
I think if that was like a shorter gyro BKB, that fight goes very differently because you can get that Yules on him just like even a second sooner may have saved the egg, but like a couple seconds sooner definitely would have.
Well, and the fact that he was even able to get off that egg was pretty big. Didn't actually end up doing. I mean, it did a lot of damage.
And they did finally kill the Isle.
Right.
That has been a consistent issue in most of their fights. Io did get the mech off, but usually after the Io gets the mech off, they fail to kill him. This time, at least one casualty.
It just
Oh boy.
claim.
Satanic
boy.
B-Fly. And well, of course you want that Satanic because he's also got the Paladin sword.
Of course, S tier item.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the way that In Your Dream's moving around right now too. He's like constantly just stutter stepping to make sure he doesn't get hit by like any type of spear or something. It's pretty good.
Io's back, overcharged. They can go straight to mid now. There's no tier 2.
Oh, they got the dagger onto Mars, so he can't blink. Yules, Arena comes out in some trouble. Good for the spear. It ain't gonna happen. Sunray trying to bring them down, if at all possible. They're leashed together. It's a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough. And with no egg, Tim's will fall, forcing the buyback immediately from both of them, actually. Trying to get into there with the Grimstroke, but there's no follow-up.
Gyro's just getting started. Doesn't even have his BKB activated. He can fight even some more.
Doesn't even need the wand in his inventory, apparently.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, at this point, it's just so ridiculously hard.
Okay.
BKB.
Forces out of BKB. But
Who forced to?
No.
though?
It's a dieback at that point, too. So no Mars for 60 seconds.
Egg is available now, at least.
It's so hard to fight, though.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Main incident now is just that tier 2 tower up top, which looks like they're going to backdoor it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, a minute and a half until next Roche. They may just wait until
Radiant's
that's an
top tower
availability.
has fallen.
No risks. Even though they're 30k now worth up.
30k, but they've used it to, you know, try and close the game out, taking 2 lanes of racks down. It just doesn't feel like TNC, with any items coming out of this Spectre, are going to be able to change the course of things.
Gyrocopter has more net worth than the next 2 heroes on the Radiant.
Put together.
That's insane. Yeah. Your Dream. This is the best game I've seen from him in a while, I feel like.
For sure.
Looks like it's going to be Aghanims coming out soon for the Ember Spirit. I think that's what it is. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh, yes, never mind.
Oh, they're just gonna use it straight on this Spectre, relocate as well. And she does it again, but Earth Spirit's ready this time, but...
Wait, where'd you
Oh,
relocate to?
she went back to mid.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Almost has Scotty done. That would be nice. You know? Against the gyrocopter, against the IO, kind of?
At this point, I don't even think you just go for everyone who isn't the gyrocopter, I think, right now. You can't go face-to-face against him.
Yo, is he going to buy this?
I think with Aegis, I think you do, and Roche respawns in a minute,
Yeah.
I believe.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, you can just drop your boots, sell your wand, then you've got Rapier Aegis. It's just like so safe and secure with the IO behind you. You're never being focused anyway, so you want to do maximum DPS and...
Oh, he locks it.
Yep. Doesn't have buyback, but not a big deal. They can just camp out Roche, and then it's pretty much guarantees mega creeps. And realistically, it's like I don't see them defending their throne even against the Rapier Aegis.
Yeah.
I thought that he was just going to buy it straight out, but the locking it makes a lot of sense for going into the Roche as well.
Yeah, you wait till you have the Aegis to combine.
Yeah.
I think that's the one kind of potential game-throwing mistakes that could happen is feeding away the Rapier pre-Aegis.
Well, bounty runes. Looks like the Grimstroke will be able to at least sneak away one, but mainly it's going into Among Us's coffers. As still incredibly farmed on all top 3 heroes, and mainly that gyrocopter. And with that, Aegis is going to spawn.
Void Spirit has now completed Aghanims. I think they have to challenge this, Roche. If they don't, they are not going to... Oh, wow. Straight up combination.
For the Roche. This is where you want to contest that Roche. I mean, they've also got the like double blade mail, so if they can catch him with the BKB down, like...
They're not going to get there in time.
Nope.
Even if they went right now.
Yeah, just too quick. Too much damage.
Well, see how good the blade mails can work. If you can kill him one time, maybe you can kill him a second time, and then maybe you have a chance. Who's the better person to take the rapier? Is it Void Spirit? Oh, no. That's not good. Whatever else is going on, that's not good. KP's dead. White Mountain's dead. I think that might just be it, actually.
I think so.
Oh, no. Run away on 2, but...
Tier Force.
They're going to go for it. And with Rapier Aegis, there's no way.
Is under attack.
Triple homing missile charges.
Let's
There
go. Watch, he's going to blow all of them on this Phoenix. Just like pow, pow, pow.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Abby going to run in there, try and slow and stop the bleeding. Blade Mail is out, but...
He's
He
staggering
only
the
used
homing
one.
missiles.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Yep, and the second one now.
Chase out, but GG is going to be called. Sonic Wave, and with that, Among Us taking down TNC in game number 1.
Please don't be another 2-0. Come on. I had high expectations for this matchup. This
Yeah.
is... I mean, I will say Among Us played very well. They played to my expectations. TNC played far below expectations for me. This was supposed to be a competitive match. I don't think the drafts were one-sided enough where you'd think that, like, oh, of course Among Us would end the game with a 30k net worth advantage.
They did give away IO. I'm not a fan of that decision,
Okay.
especially when it's March and he plays his hero so well. I think the game
Right.
to adjustment, I would hope they ban IO.
Sure.
Force him into something different.
The only other thing that we could keep in mind is like the outplay with the Queen of Pain, then they pick the counter the Queen of Pain, and then it ends up being Ember mid instead. Like where that changed the complexion of the draft a little bit, and that's like a little sneaky March thing. It's like, I got you guys. But to me, that didn't feel like it was a big enough thing to make up for how rough the whole game looked.
We'll take a look at the scoreboards after a quick break, so stick around for more post-game analysis here at the Monster Energy Dota Summit 13.